Nick Reiner is the son of famous director-producer Rob Reiner and his wife. And the reason that we know Nick Reiner's name is because he is accused of murdering his own parents.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's horrible.
In cold blood, murdering them.
Why did he do it?
Cutting their throats.
In the middle of the night.
Why?
We don't know yet.
We don't know the answer to
He
that
wasn't
question.
abused because those other kids, the Menendez brothers.
Yes.
They were abused.
Yeah. I don't think that we have any of those answers about Nick Reiner.
We've just heard he's had a lot of very public, at least within the family, mental issues.
Yes. And now Nick Reiner is asking for access to his trust fund to be able to pay for his defense team to prove that he didn't kill his parents.
That's ballsy.
It's a trust fund. Now, his reps are saying, Nick Reiner's, that the trust fund is not from the estate, meaning it's not from the parents. But who set up the trust fund in the first place?
Yeah. Like he just appeared, just giving them trust funds?
I don't, we had to contact our official attorney on this one, Lisa Lanier, because, we don't know.
And even if you're accused of murder, of killing, of your parents, like, let's say it was the trust fund directly from them, like, do you have legally can get access to? I don't know.
Yeah.
Good morning, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, this is it's an interesting turn of events because he had hired famous criminal defense attorney Alan Jackson, who just recently got Karen Reed off the hook. Right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
saw him.
Yep.
And he's very well known. Has handled a lot of high profile cases. So he was representing Nick Reiner for a little while, based upon the siblings, Jake and Romy, saying that they were going to put up the money for his legal defense, and then they didn't. And
like,
so, yeah, they're out of here. So Alan Jackson said, well, I got to get paid. So he withdrew, and a court-appointed attorney was appointed. And so now Nick Reiner is saying, look, I should have had my hands on half of this trust 2 years ago because, and he should have. So his parents set up in 1993, around the time he was born, they put in $1.5 million into a trust. And the terms of the trust were that upon turning age 30, he would get half of it, and turning 35, he would get the other half. So a couple of years ago, he turned 30, and the trustee did not give him the money.
Oh.
And the trustee was concerned that he had, substance use issues and mental health issues, and so that was the reason. But here's the problem. The instrument, the trust itself, the writing, is silent about withholding for things like substance use. So not all trusts are silent on that. If you want to say your kid gets this money only if they're clean and sober, you have to say that.
Oh.
And really, the trustee really did not follow the protocol so if you have a trust instrument that is silent on mental health or capacity or drugs, whatever, then there is a procedure where, similar to what we saw with Britney Spears, where you get doctors involved and you get the person declared incompetent. And the law says in California that the trustee should have gotten 2 doctors to examine Nick Reiner and to certify that he was incompetent. And then then it would have been legit to withhold the money. So he's saying, look, I had a vested right. So if you give your kid money in a trust and you say it's to age 30 and they turn 30, they get the money and it becomes their property. And you can't go, well, now let me change my mind about that.
Oh, my gosh. I'm never going to do that with my kids in case they murder somebody.
Yeah. You especially.
Right. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But here, because the money is still in the trust, now now people are saying, so what Nick Reiner did is he filed this petition with the court to get that money. And now what people are saying is, well, now since he didn't get the money already and it is still in the trust and it was created by his parents, let's see if we can apply California's Slayer statute to this money. The Slayer statute says that you can't benefit financially from murdering someone. And so any money that you derive from those victims, you don't get access to, but it requires a conviction. So what they normally do is block the access to the money until they see if you're convicted or not. So you can't squander it. And then you can't use it on your defense typically. So what will happen now is he's filed his petition, and it's going to be up to either the surviving siblings or the trustee to object. If no one objects, he's going to get half of the money. If either of them object, there's going to be a long, drawn-out legal proceeding to see if he gets it or not, and so it won't be of use to him.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Because the other trial will probably be over. Now, if if they objected because of substance abuse, the trustee, they're not going to be Be like, oh, but the murder, you can have
that's
it now.
fine.
It is, I mean, it is a little messed up. I mean, take the murder part out. It's messed up that when he turned 30, he didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
And there was nothing in there that's saying, I can understand why.
Because they thought maybe they were doing what was best
They're going
for
to hurt
him.
him, but it's like, it is what it is.
But you know what? The trustee's looking around at everybody going, I was not wrong.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, you're right.
I told you.
But
so.
let me ask you, what's the point of getting a trust if you can just do like a beneficiary? Like, why do the trust? And on top of that, you know what I'm saying? If you're a beneficiary, if you die, then the kid gets the trust. But at any given time, you can just give them the money. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's an estate planning tool. There was maybe a tax advantage to doing it the way they did it. And they may have also been concerned. So a lot of people do it as a way that their kids get money when they die.
Yeah.
And so, like, if I die, my kids don't immediately get access to my money. They get a trust like this, and they get it over time, depending on their age. And that's very common as an estate planning tool.
Well, and aren't trusts more secure than, like, let's say, just a standard will? That's my understanding.
Yeah, there are protections there. Depending on the type and the structure, there can be protections from creditors and things like that.
Yeah, and then because maybe it's changed. My dad used to have he's an entrepreneur. He had his own trust estate planning company, and they were really big on trust. So I was like the office manager for a while. You know, I had some nepotism going on, but I was like the low man. I'm like, can I get your call? You know, I'm going to do whatever I can to I want to be some arrogant a-hole or whatever. But
the best thing you said, sorry.
No, but I was going to say, so I was like 21 learning all about trust, and they're like, anyone can contest a will. Like, it could be someone even outside the family, be like, no, I think I should get some, and then it could get in probate court and all this stuff. And I heard all about probate, prostate. I'm not sure what I was hearing. It's like an old person thing, but I was like, I should get a living trust. And so, here it is. Many years later, I don't have one. I got nothing to protect. But anyway.
But you have to have everything in writing. That was the most important thing that you said, Lisa, is that every single thing that you can even think of that could happen has to be in it for it to stand up.
And, but the Reiners, when Nick was born, they weren't thinking, he's going to turn out to be a mentally ill drug addict.
Who's going to kill us?
They were just thinking,
I know.
Right. Who's going to kill us? They were just thinking, we want to have money set aside for, they did it for all their kids. We want to have money set aside for him, and we want him to get it. A lot of people, like to Jared's point about his dad's business, a lot of people in the trust business recommend not giving a lot of money to kids in their 20s. Like they used to call it the age of reason. Like the age of reason used to be a lower number. It used to be like 28, and I think now it's 30.
Okay.
Where people, you just can't really trust them until they're like 30.
Yeah.
We're pointing to Jason Goodman because he's asked us before about giving money to his son Landon. And Lisa Lanier, what you missed is she says they do not recommend giving money to children in their 20s.
No, that's in a trust, Katie.
Still,
or just on anything.
Just in general.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Well, I mean, if he's stranded with
access to a lot of money. Like access to a lot of money.
Yeah. You heard?
I have beneficiaries if I die.
Okay.
Plus, I want to be like, if I want to give him money in my own personal mutual funds, then I'm going to give it to him on my own terms.
Jason, have I made it into your beneficiary, like at 1%?
Now that you have nice lips.
Yeah, Jason was going on about my lips today.
You want to put those lips to work. You want to get
After
2%.
20 years, I've never heard him compliment me. And today he was like, "You have nice." Why did he even come
out of nowhere?
He's like, "You know what? I've been looking at you a lot more
Yes.
lately."
Are they? Do you moisturize? Are they supple? What
No,
is
they're
it about
thick.
you?
They're big.
They're
Thick. Oh yeah. Okay.
I can't. Lisa,
They're full of
please
bacon.
don't ask any more questions because Jason elaborating on it makes me want to die.
Yeah, and Katie's just like, and he's like, "Katie, look at yours lips.
No.
Look at them."
No.
And so I didn't know if I got like
Katie's
1%.
just mad. Katie's just mad you didn't prefer her lips, right?
Yeah,
No.
that's what he said.
I don't
too.
want Jason looking at anybody's lips. It's gross and it's weird.
Hey, Lisa, one thing about the trust. If somebody, let's say your parents have set up a trust, but it's only at a certain date, could you tell that you have a trust, or your parents have to tell you they have a trust?
You don't necessarily know that you have a trust unless your parents tell you.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm hoping one day I just get the news.
Right.
It's gonna get word that you're.
Well, then sometimes, it happens, whatever the beneficiary thing is, and then the person dies and it gets lost in like the morning. They're like, "Ooh, what do I get? What do I get? When I'm getting my money?" And it turns to like a greed thing.
Yes.
There should be a little bit of waiting period. I mean, a little bit, I guess, unless I need the money. Then I need it right away. If I can get one of those payday loans on the thing. Well, Lisa, you're great. So you're thinking that he's just not going to get the money at this point with everything that's going on.
Well, it's really, we're waiting. It's a waiting game to see if the trustee or the siblings object, and then it'll go to court. And then it's a landmark case of first impression. We've never seen anyone try to apply California's Slayer statute to a trust retroactively like this. But if they follow the letter of the law, he really should have gotten the money, 2 years ago.
I got you.
Wow.
All right. Well, she's awesome. Thank you, Lisa, official attorney of Jared and Katie in the Morning. If you're ever injured, and she does a lot more than that, contact her right away at hireaheavyweight.com.
Well, our very own Josie sent a message to Jared and to me and said, I almost ended up unemployed and in prison.
And we're like,
what?
WTF?
Huh.
She's going to join us in studio to tell us how she escaped that destiny. That's next.